It's so weird that general consensus that cancel culture is bad. Because literally every tweet I see, someone's like, huh, let's cancel culture, ha. What a great fucking tweet. Except when you don't like that particular someone. Same issue can be applied to free speech. Everyone loves it unless that particular speech offends them. It's paradoxical as fuck. Because people are like, oh man, let's cancel culture. And then in the next tweet, they're like, fuck this guy, get him off my platform, ban him, suffocate him, choke him out. It's just fucking ridiculous though. Look, and I even went further to elaborate because, like, to put it into perspective here. This is one issue where we have to lose in short term and risk getting offended in order to get a clear picture and pursue the truth in the long term. Because it totally makes sense. Look, I have to be able to witness someone I don't like on the fucking website in order to have like a dialogue, you know? You can't just have everything the same. You can't boo off anyone like not similar to you off the website, because that's fucking moronic, you know? But you can't also have like cancel culture only when it's good for you. Either we draw the line and nobody can get canceled, or everybody can get canceled and it's just fucking ridiculous. I say let everyone do whatever the fuck they want. Nobody can get canceled, and the things that they say can either lose them respect from the community or gain more respect. Doesn't fucking matter. Or in the dialogue we can reach the truth eventually. So it's ridiculous. Also, this fucker. This one is it's just so fucking weird. I didn't know about the Fed thing until today. I came in home and then I fell asleep a little bit finally, and I watched the whole like Fed Pokimane Yvonne stuff. So it's so fucking ridiculous. Wait, where's the tweet? A guy who names himself after Stifler. If you guys don't know, Stifler was like from American Pie. He was a ladies man. He was like a womanizer. He was like this portrayal of a funny guy. Looks like a fuckboy, acts pervy and is sexually inappropriate. Internet. like really, dude. Really? Nobody could figure this one out? I mean, I'd be surprised if he didn't act that way. Hey, we let this guy in our house. He's this womanizer, playboy, fucking fuckboy who only cares about his own image. He named himself Fedmyster after like the Stiffmeister, which is like oh, let's bang some chicks, dude mentality. And guess what? He tried to bang some chicks inappropriately. Okay, who could have seen that one coming? Yeah, I agree. Stifler was fucking godlike. I loved Stifler, man. He is just so fucking hilarious, but it's not like a plausible way to live your life. It's a caricature of a character. But I love it. I absolutely love it. But if you want to try to be a Stifler in real life, it's kind of an issue. Especially like if you live with these chicks and whatever. What do you think about Dr. Disrespect, man? Like, I'm so baffled about that one, though. There's nothing about it. There's literally fucking nothing about it, dude. Champions Club Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all the sport during this difficult time. Dr. Disrespect. Boom, 400k likes. No explanation. I feel like they're like, especially when someone is like this high of a standing character, I feel like you have to give a reason.
What has happened in last 2 weeks?
Yeah, last 2 weeks have been like a bitch, dude. Max Bar, thank you for a resub. Twitch Prime, hope you're doing great, man, in these dark times. Thank you, man. Yeah, he was banned for something that's probably under like the either NDA, so people can't talk about it or whatever. Either way, like, it's so fucking weird. Did they have to terminate him immediately? Couldn't they have waited until the matter like finally went public or something? Like, it's so weird. I don't think anyone should get banned without a reason. That's it. Like,
another entity of
I think they should all get a reason listed as a ban, you know? I know Twitch stated that they can literally ban you without telling you why, but I feel like that's super scummy and not a way to create a social net. I'm sure he knows why. Yeah, it doesn't matter that he knows why. He might know why. That's not the fucking point. Like, people should know why. Because that way we can scrutinize the decision. Like, let's say Like, because otherwise you're giving so much power to the platform, who claims that they're not a publisher, they're like a network of gamers. What the fuck is happening? Because look, this is the fucking alternative. This is the alternative. You don't give reason for a single ban. That means you're not like required to give reason for any of the bans. Let's say Twitch website has an agenda. They work for the Mooncats, okay? They work for the Mooncats, and they want to conquer humanity with the cats from the moon, okay? So now every streamer that represents the something that can be like offensive to Mooncats, something that can ruin their rule, they can take him away without giving you a reason, okay? Now let's say I say something about Mooncats, and then they fucking ban me, and they don't give me a reason, and now the entire platform is gonna be left with people who don't know about Mooncats. You know? It's incredibly dangerous because they can control what speech is without giving you a reason. You know? Fucking Mooncats. No, but you get the point. Let's say Twitch website becomes like fucking Fourth Reich or something. They become like this new like super fucking force, whatever, and they have an agenda, and they can just ban every streamer that goes against that agenda, and they don't have to give you the reason. It's an incredibly powerful tool. We need reasons for bans to be scrutinized, because that way you can judge bans, you can compare the bans, you can try to strive for some sort of balance and some sort of consistency across the rules, okay? Because the alternative is discrimination. But this has been happening for a few years. Yeah, but this is a crucial point. Because if they can like sweep Dr. Disrespect under the rug, what is any other streamer on the website doing? What are we doing? Well, you gotta ask yourself that question. Yeah, you do understand. Like, if they ban Dr. Disrespect and sweep him under the rug, like, nothing matters. Nobody fucking matters on the website. Everyone can be fucked at any point without any reason. Like, people are even, I've seen this, people are even criticizing Yuli, which is like the cutest girl ever, and you can't, like, she stated this. I'm generally confused by some of the stories I've read over the past few days that are on social media and they're not being handled privately. Why do shitty attempts at flirting and getting laid turn into sexual harassment or even rape? Why do names have to be named? Yeah. Like, if somebody wants to raise awareness, simply share the story, wouldn't it be better to do that without saying, like, starting a witch hunt? Because every single one of the tweet longers say, oh, we don't want to start the witch hunt, but yeah, that guy raped me and he's a cunt. It's like, yeah, sure, you don't want a witch hunt. I know this is an issue with many layers. Yeah, like, she's one of the rare, like, high profile names that actually talks about the nuance in this, because there's so much more nuance to this, and people are like criticizing her for like supporting rape or some shit, but you do realize how fucking nuanced this is. You can't equate touching someone's arm with someone literally getting raped, because if you mesh that together and polarize sides, not only are people gonna stop taking Me Too more, like, less seriously, because they're gonna say, fuck it, I'm not the one of these, I'm not the one of these attention ones. No, you see what's gonna happen, because people are gonna stop taking them seriously if you fucking spam it with irrelevant ones that can be handled in a much better and smarter manner, you know? Because this is taken away from the real victims. And I think even like, I think even Proxy Fox mentioned, and she's being attacked as well. I think it's good to see her since they're made public, because yeah, serious ones, like, if it's something super fucking serious, game breaking, yeah. Harry's, I think it's just shitty that some stories are just shitty compliments, bad attempts of flirting. It's like, take away the point from many serious cases. Because yeah, that makes sense. It's so much more nuanced. You do realize that there's like different levels of fucking dumbassery people can do. There are absolute different fucking levels. And if you jumble it all together, it all loses meaning. Yeah, people are like jumping at her because she asked a literally legit question, and it's pretty clever because you need to realize the nuance in this. Yeah, like you just split the sides, polarize everything. All men are bad, all men are predators. Like, believe everyone or nobody believe anyone. It's just so fucking stupid. Go case by case basis. If something is super serious, it needs to be addressed. Sure. If something is like a minor fucking thing and you can absolutely handle it in private, fucking do so, dude. Especially if you announce that you're agenda is not to witch hunt. It's only to make things better. Just do your best. Make things better if you can, right? Because I've read a bunch of these tweet longers recently, and some of them were like really disgusting. Some of them were like relatively minor to that. Some of them are in the middle. A lot of them got refuted back. Like a lot of them got like defended by the people who got accused, and it turns out that the person like is just trying to damage their reputation, either by being salty from past relationships or whatever. That happens, but people rarely stick long enough to get the answer. They're just in it for the bandwagon, and they're like jumping. It's like that fucking game, and like on the phone, you know, when you're running off of trains. It's just going like this absolute mob mentality. You see the girl caused drama with Abdomen about making a joke, saying that was painting their nails the other week. I think I saw a little bit of that. I Will Dominate got like shit ton of backlash on that. I don't know what to think about that one. Here's my... It can be interpreted in a million reasons, in a million ways. I think the person saw the opportunity. He flamed me, he's a high profile guy. Let me announce it publicly so I can get some social brownie points, you know? I felt that was the case. Don't listen to my fucking opinion. That's just my opinion. Because I feel like people should be a bit thicker skinned, you know? I Will Dominate flame me, bro. Did I call him fucking was he a Nazi? Was he hating me because I'm a Bosnian? Well, because I'm European? I don't think so. That's not the first jump to conclusion, right? That's not the first one you go for. First, you give benefit of the doubt. And then if you repeat something even more heinous multiple fucking times, you call him out. You just don't like jump to fucking conclusions, you know? It's... I don't know. I think people just like when they see a taste of this like fame, they kind of just go in on it, and they try to capitalize for social brownie points. These things must be talked. Yes, I agree. I agree. I don't like talking about them because people are generally stupid. I'm glad I built a community where I can say stuff and without people to polarizing on other things. Because you know, we've discussed like even religion, which is like a no-no anywhere. Because people are polarized to like fucking aggressive atheists. Like, you believe in a bearded man in the sky, you're a retard. Or the fucking like absolute like fanatics, religious fanatics who say, you will all burn in hell, perish heathens. You know, people don't polarize as much in my channel because they're a bit more. They understand the complexity of situations, and we can discuss things. And I agree about you have to speak about these things, because by not speaking, you're doing more damage in the long term. You have to speak your mind, and you have to tell the truth, and you have to tell what you think of the situation. Yes. I think that's way better for long term. It might hurt you in short term because people might not agree with you, but that's the least of your worries. Because then you're permeating this structure, this network, this lattice work of fucking opinions and you can't penetrate. You know, humanity is just doomed in general with so many stupid, ignorant people in the world. Well, I don't think so. That's quite a bit of a cynical approach. That humanity, like. You're only witnessing the stupidity due to all the powerful things we as humans have created. We've created internet, one of the greatest achievements ever. But kind of the double-edged sword is the sad thing on the internet is you're gonna see everybody's fucking opinion. And guess what? There's a lot of dumb cunts in the world. But it did us right so far. Because in 21st century we're more evolved than anyone would ever think about. More than anyone would ever dare predict. So it's actually going all right, despite humans having issues, despite humans not being perfect. Like, we got pretty damn far. And it's going all right. And I don't think you can be like that super cynical that everyone's ignorant and we're gonna go nowhere. Powerful and prominent figures will always exist, and that they always did through history. Once you eliminate powerful and prominent figures from the existence, you also eliminate the productive force. You eliminate the meritocracy. So you have to pay. You use a little bit of inequality to pay for a bit of progress. because inequality drives progress. So the trick is to find balance, not so much that you don't offset the Gini coefficient so much that the people become aggressive and start doing crime. So that is the general goal. Now how do you go about doing that is kind of rough. Do you just leave everyone unchecked getting like infinite money, 99.999%? No, you can't do that. Do you spread the money equally to everyone in equality of outcome, creating fucking communism? No, you don't. That's also bad. Like, now the trick is to find something in between. No, I don't like when people are... I saw some, like, LS tweet a couple of months ago, I think. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I know this is not what you want to hear, but I have to say something about this. And it's like, should it be fine if I post something political on Twitter or whatever? Dude, just post whatever the fuck you want. It's your Twitter. And to fully avoid politics is, again, to let the inferiors dictate and create rules. Politics is taboo in the US. Well, I guess to an extent. US is extremely polarized. It's like you're either left or right. You're either right or wrong. You're either like a Nazi or a fucking or a communist. I don't know. America is just so fucking weird. You guys are struggling, my man. America is very weird. People just need to get a bit more educated and a bit... People need to think about the world. Like, I love the fucking... Wait, let me get the quote from the Permanent High School song from The Voids. It actually works really well. Depressed, stressed, and oppressed. Lies are simple, truth complex. Because, yeah, it's exactly right like that. Because truth is way more complex. There's no, like, right or wrong. There's just a bunch of moral nuances, and you gotta learn and peel back layers and communicate it to find out the right way. And you have to be in communication permanently to avoid flipping a little bit too far to left or right. In America, conversation is banned, so you're just going off the fucking rails without any sort of conversation. Conversation is bad. If you converse to someone, it's as if you're agreeing with them, which is really moronic, and it creates this polarization bullshit. Because we have a fucking shit country, so have fun in America. They're listening to me, dude. The feds, the Americans, they're on me, chat. What's the meaning of life? I mean, the meaning of humanity. We don't have to necessarily have meaning, though. Not that I can find it. I mean, you can have low resolution meaning, which is you as a being. Like in a Darwinistic perspective, let's say you got born into this world, you're basically a vessel for your genes, your chromosomes. You wanna spread them a bit out and enhance their chances of survival. That's your low resolution goal. Now I can look at the more like higher meanings of life, which can involve religion. They don't have to necessarily, or you can just look at the things the way they are. I like that part, honestly. I like just the Carl Sagan quote, "We are a way for the cosmos to know itself." It's just, nothing will ever surpass that quote for me. Nothing ever. It's just way too good. It explains everything like in just one fucking simple sentence. The entire life is summed up. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself. From the Big Bang, from hydrogen converging together, hydrogen going into sun furnaces to create some helium, to create heavier elements, spreading out, all those elements eventually clumping together and spontaneously combusting in a mixture of life, creating us. And through our own subjective views, we are a way for the cosmos, because we are cosmos in itself, we are a way for the cosmos to know itself. So we're exploring cosmos through our own subjective tiny views. And it's just such a brilliant quote. It's way too good. He was one of the most influential humans to ever live. For the force of good, if such a thing exists. I really like Jordan. If you have purpose, you have the reason to live and look for. Exactly. I mean, let me give you one of the... It's a bit of a weird example, but I like what he says in such regards, because United States has like the highest amount of depression or something like that. They have like a really huge issue with depression. A lot of people get depressed. The country is doing reasonably well. They're well off, and you don't have to do much in your life. Okay, so people lose meaning, they lose direction. I know for a fact that in Bosnia there's a lot less depression, okay? There's a lot less depression in Bosnia. Why? Because people don't have it easy. Like, you get fucking born to your, like, I'm gonna, like, I don't know, you get born to, like, a single parent, you're relatively poor, you don't got money, everyone hates you, your fucking cousin scammed you out of a house because it went to him from your grandpa or whatever. I'm just giving, like, a random example. And a lot of fucking people, like, have these issues in Bosnia. And, like, I don't know, you're struggling. So your primary directive, primary goal, primary thing you have to do is secure your living. You don't want to live in such an environment. You want to improve your life, increase your life, and survive. So focus on survivability and increasing the quality of your life. So that's your goal, okay? So people have goals from the get-go. You get born into a place where you can see flaws left and right, and then you say, fuck it, I'm gonna fix this. My kid is gonna grow up in a better environment. And then you do your best. You're very motivated to do that shit. But if you're born in, like, Scandinavia, Finland, United States, people are so well off that they're so fucking bored that they don't know what to do but spam Twitter every fucking day. And then they have no meaning, no real purpose in life, and of course depression hits. Also, more people live in cities, which is proven that you're way more likely to be depressed if you live in a city and don't interact with nature. So you go for hikes, take walks, do stuff. Social media contributes extremely to that, exactly, Jimmy, because of the perceived perfect, flawless lives of these others, which make yours inferior in comparison, because you only live through their good moments, but you live your own bad moments and good moments. So it's there's so many factors, but I'm telling you. So if I was depressed, I should go live in Bosnia. Not necessarily. That's not the fucking point. You just want to fucking pick a goal. You have the privilege of choosing a goal. Think about it like that. Let's say you're born in medieval times. Your goal is not to get murdered by fucking barbarians. That's your goal. Not to get raped on the next corner when you go to fucking wash your clothes with a rock on a river. Okay? That was your goal. You're privileged enough to be born in a relatively good society where you can choose your own goal. You have that creative freedom. Think about what you like doing. Set yourself a goal and fucking do it. Because you don't have to fight for food. You don't have to fight for shelter. You don't have to fight for warmth. You don't have to fight for water, for roof, for everything. You got all of that. You're fucking privileged. You're already better off right off the bat than 99.99% humans that ever lived in existence. Okay? Think about it like that. And then pick a goal, find meaning, and do what you can to make life better for you and everyone else.